let's go ahead and get going then. All right. So for today, we're gonna do what we did last week, which is core, working on twisting and combining that to work into side crow, which is one of my favorite arm balances. It's I think it's the second arm balance I ever learned. So holds a little special place in my heart. So have 2 blocks at least. And if you have a foam roller, go grab it. We're gonna do just like the teensiest little bit of rolling around the arms today. But if you don't have one, you can use a wine bottle, a big Gatorade bottle, a candle, anything cylindrical, a tune-up ball, lacrosse ball, tennis ball, dog ball, or if you have nothing round-ish and firm around, you can just use a block. And a block is gonna get in the same area that we're gonna use. But this will just make it a little bit easier. All right. So let's go ahead, and because we have 40 minutes to move and then we have our restorative portion, let's go ahead and get jamming. So let's just start in a comfortable seat. Oh, I can hear the ice cream man going by. All right, comfortable seat. And then whichever leg you put in front, if you're sitting in Sukhasana, go ahead and switch it out. Bring the opposite leg in front just to break a habit. Palms face up or down on the thighs. And just take the first few moments to get situated, get comfortable, take a couple deep breaths. I like to roll out the neck a little, shrug the shoulders, take a few rolls.
Oh, it's a baby grasshopper. This is the smallest one I've ever seen.
And then after taking a few breaths, getting situated, eyes closed, begin to draw your awareness in. Becoming deeply in tune with your breath. And then like you're trying to whisper something to somebody, very slightly constrict the vocal cords, constrict the throat to create that audible Ujjayi breath. So your breath becomes oceanic. And in yoga, we use this Ujjayi breath not just because it helps to heat up and warm the body, but it gives us something to focus on. Yoga is about centering the mind. It's about clearing out all distractions and becoming focused on your consciousness. And using the breath helps to minimize distractions as you have both sound and you have rhythm. And you're taking something that's normally involuntary and bringing deep awareness to it. Just smooth out the breath. Don't worry about its length. Don't worry about pausing at the top or bottom. Just breathe and just become aware. Notice how your body is feeling, what places your mind is trying to pull you. Kind of checking in with everything that's going on inside of you. Still maintaining this breath. And then begin to set an intention for this practice. Remembering you don't have to put so much into it. I think a lot of us can get hung up on coming up with the most perfect intention, the most powerful intention, something really, really resonant. But sometimes your intention can be just to focus on your breath, or to keep the face soft during your practice, or to cultivate a sense of self-love or peace, or just to move. to exercise, to sweat, whatever it is. Let's seal in those intentions together. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the lips. Good. Blink the eyes open, and let's come onto our backs. Coming all the way down. Bring your arms to a T shape, palms up or down. Draw the knees into the chest. Rock your knees over to the right. Don't let them touch the ground, just hover, and then lift them back up. Bring the knees back to the left, have them hover, and bring them back up. Belly draws in, knees to the right, hover, and lift. And to the left, hover, and bring them up. Good. Next time they land on the right, leave them there. Let them drop to the floor. It's okay if your knees stagger. Maybe bringing a block underneath them if you're feeling really crunchy and tight today, as I am. Good. Inhale, pull your belly to your spine. Bring the knees back up to center. And then drop them over to the left. Maybe gaze to the right. Good. Inhale, come back up through center. Coming into happy baby, knees go wide, hands to the inside of your feet, grabbing the inside of your heels, little rock side to side. If it feels good, maybe straighten one leg and then the other, or both at the same time. Starting to warm up our hip flexion, as this is a really big part of both the Bakasana crow pose and side crow, is getting those knees towards the armpits. Good. Draw your knees in and grab your foam roller or block. Again, doesn't matter which you have. And come onto one side, bring your foam roller across the top of your mat. I'm gonna do my left side first so that I'm facing you. You can do left or right side, doesn't matter. So you're just gonna bring your block or your foam roller or whatever you have into your armpit, basically. So at your armpit, there's this kind of well behind it underneath the delts. So your lat is a little bit more where it connects, is a little bit more on the inside, where if you were to touch the outside of your armpit, you can kind of feel that muscle right there. And then you've just got some scapula muscles back here. We're gonna get into both. So your arm can be bent, you can rest your head in it, or you can extend the arm forward, whatever feels more intense is what we're looking for here. And then start to melt your arm into the foam roller, and just start by rolling forward and back. Forward and back. And if you're on a block, this is going to be very intense because you've got that nice pointy edge going right into this muscle. And if you're on a foam roller, if it calls to you to move a little bit up and down rather than just forward and back, you can do that as well until you find that really spot that takes your breath away. So first, let's get more into the scapula muscles. Roll a little bit more back. So your armpit is totally open here. You're not rolled down on the prop. You're more coming, it's like you're trying to roll onto your back. And just kind of feel it out. Again, if you are on the foam roller, you can roll up and down a little bit here until you find that really tight spot, or you can continue to roll. And then let's move forward now. Bring your chest down. So now you're more on kind of that, I want to say like stringy part of the armpit. I'm just thinking about that big muscle right there. You'll know when you find it. Ooh, there we go. Hello. And then either just take a couple breaths breathing into it, or again, you can kind of shift forward and back. Ooh. Mine just wants to melt into it today. Perfect. And then let's go ahead and switch sides. You can just roll to the other side, or I'm going to switch directions so you can continue to see me. And let's do the opposite arm. Same thing, you can rest your head in your hand or extend the arm. And just roll back and forward. back, and forward. The part of why I'm bringing this into this practice is not really so much because this would be really helpful if we were doing a lot of shoulder flexion in today's practice, which we're not doing necessarily, but rolling the lats has helped me and a lot of other people in the current training module I'm in with some shoulder issues that I've had a pinch in my upper shoulder for truly as long as I can remember doing yoga. Good, now start to roll back and let's hang out here. If you're on a foam roller, again, you can roll forward and back. If you're on a block, just find that spot on those back scapula muscles on the side body here that feels really tender and just breathe into it. But just by rolling, nothing else in my yoga routine has changed over this last week and a half of this training, except for Jason has been having us do some foam rolling at the beginning. And I had some really massive bruising after rolling this area. And go ahead and roll forward, coming more into where the lat attaches. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was so tender. And then the next day, I noticed my arm was flexing with so much more range, and that pinch was gone. And so I've been rolling every day, and it has completely transformed my practice and my shoulder flexion abilities. And so I wanted to bring that to here because it feels really good. And we're going to be doing some salutations. So we're going to be doing lots of arms up and overhead. Good. Find that really deep spot. Let's take just one more breath here. Whew. Found it. And then slowly release. Go ahead and set your foam roller or block or whatever you're using off to the side. Good. Come back onto your back. Soles of the feet heels rather, underneath the knees. Reach your arms up and overhead. So here's some shoulder flexion for you. Take an inhale, push down through the heels, lift the hips. Coming into a little bridge pose. Good. Just a couple breaths here. Big inhale. And breath out. Push down through the heels. Squeeze the glutes together, firing up that back body. Inhale. And exhale. Lower down. Good. Let's get more into the core. Draw the knees into your chest. Bring your inner feet together. Hug your heels towards your butt. And then draw your knees wide like you're doing Supta Baddha Konasana or reclined butterfly pose. Oh, don't you come over here, B. Reach your arms in front of you, kind of like you're a dead crow. Palms up towards the sky. So you're doing crow essentially on your back. Take an inhale. Exhale, push the ceiling away. Lift your shoulders up. Now use your hip flexor strength. Draw your knees towards your armpits. Draw them down, 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 down. Curl up, up, up. Knees pull down, arms lift up. Like someone's folding you in half. Good, take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, do a handstand. Push your feet out long. Reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, draw your knees in. Bring your right arm to the outside of the left leg. Parsva Konasana, side crow on your back. Get that left shoulder off the mat. Curl up, curl high. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, handstand. Exhale, to the right. Left arm to the outside of the right knee. Push your knee into your arm into your knee. Get that right shoulder off the mat. Curl up, hold, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, handstand. Exhale to crow. Knees towards the armpits, push the ceiling away. Curl in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, whoo, release. Good job. Let's get moving. Roll over the knees, find tabletop. Do a little cat and cow. I was just telling my friends today who are doing the teacher training with me, Jason never does cat and cow, and I miss it. So we're doing it today. Well, we do it every time I teach. Inhale, cow. Just such a good movement to do after sitting a lot. Exhale, cat. You know what to do. Close the eyes. Maybe find some movement that comes organically, or just move linearly through your cat and cow. Just feels so good to let the spine arch and to push the floor away, using the core to round your heart up towards the ceiling. Good, one more round. On your next breath in, come into neutral tabletop. Tuck your toes under if they aren't already. Send your left leg back and then your right, coming into plank pose. Now in your plank, bring your hands a big old step forward. So your fingertips are maybe at the top of your mat and your feet are towards the back of your mat, maybe even off your mat. So you're in this weird long plank. Now the abdominals are having to work overtime. Pull your low belly in, pull in your ribs, push the mat away. Good, let's hold here. Gaze strong and steady, take a breath in. Breath out. Notice if the glutes and the legs are lazy here. Can you fire them up? Squeeze the legs together. Hug your glutes. Pull in that belly. Hold one more breath in. And breath out. Inhale, walk your feet back into plank. And then hips up and back, downward facing dog. Good, take a couple moments in your downward dog, in movement or stillness, whatever you need. Maybe drawing your awareness now to your shoulders. See if you have any more movement after that rolling out. Can you push the floor away? Push, push, push the floor like you're trying to push the top of your mat away from you and your feet are dragging back. Like you're trying to tear your mat in half with your hands and your feet. Allow the scapula to rise up towards the ears and feel your scapula broaden and widen like your scapula are trying to come down towards the floor. Feel them wrapping around the sides of the body. Push down through your thumb and index finger. And then lift up onto your tippy toes, heels are high. Pull the knees up the quads, engage the fronts of the legs. And then lift your hip creases up, up, up. Push the floor, lift the hip creases up. Keep all that. Pull in the belly and let the heels sink back down. Good, take a breath in. Exhale, bring your gaze forward and take a few slow steps towards the top of your mat. Feet hip width distance apart. Inhale, halfway lift, bring your shoulders in line with your hips. And then send your hands back like airplane. Turn your palms down towards the floor so you're getting some strength in those external rotators. Depress the scapula. Pull them away from the ears now. Reach to the fingers. Good, spine muscles working, belly in. Take a breath in. Exhale, hands slide down behind the legs as you fold. Good, inhale, hands to hips, bend the knees. Push the floor away as you rise up, coming to stand. Very good, all right. Let's get those heart rates up. Let's get warm and mobile in the spine, and we'll head up, we'll work our way to Parsvabhakasana. Settling in at the top of your mat. Take an inhale. Arms reach up and overhead. Maybe bring your gaze up. Exhale, hands through heart center as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Same thing. Shoulders up, hands go back like an airplane, palms down, engage with external rotators. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bring your fingertips down. Right leg goes back, drop the right knee. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge, pinky fingers in. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to plank. Inhale in your plank, shift forward. Exhale, option to drop the knees. I am going to today as you lower all the way down to your belly. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the legs, locust pose, airplane hands, palms down to the floor. Feel those external rotators of the upper arms work. Exhale, hands down, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Find that downward dog we set up before. Hip creases lift, you're pushing the floor away. Those external rotators are firing. Good. Take a breath in, look forward, bend the knees. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift with airplane arms. Squeeze your shoulders back, palms down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, push the floor away, reach. Maybe a little back bend if it calls to you, especially if you've been sitting a lot. Exhale, hands through heart center, and release. Beautiful. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands through prayer as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift, soft knees. Airplane arms, squeeze those shoulders. Exhale, fold. Good. Inhale, fingertips to the floor. Step your left leg back, drop the back knee. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, low lunge. Exhale, hands plant, step back to plank. Inhale and plank, shift forward. Exhale, option to drop the knees as you lower, squeeze your shoulder blades. Inhale, lift up, locust pose, strengthen your back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in your downward dog. Maybe lifting the heels, lift the hips, push the floor. Inhale, gaze forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. If you're stepping, make sure you're switching up which leg you step with. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arm. Exhale, fold. Inhale, root to rise, grow. Exhale, hands through prayer. And release. Good, adding on some twisting, some core. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands through prayer, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms, use the spine muscles. Exhale, fingertips down, step the right leg back, drop the right knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands forward, palms face forward, and imagine you're grabbing a pull-up bar, so make fists. And then imagine that you're doing a lat pull down or a pull-up. Pull, imaginary resistance, your arms into this cactus position. Just like this. And then I want you to imagine that someone's hands are right here. They're on your triceps and they're pushing your arm up. You're pushing their hand down. So create that isometric energy there. Hold that. Good. Now pull on your belly. Push the floor away. Take an inhale. Exhale. Twist to the left. Good. You won't go far. This is as far as your core is going to twist you. Good. Take a breath in. Exhale. Hover your right elbow over your left knee. Bring your hands to prayer, but keep your shoulders in that strong, depressed state with your lats working. Good. Take a breath in. And then exhale. Finally, let that elbow touch and then push with the hands. Notice the difference. So your core does do work when you twist. You want your core and your spine muscles to do work when you twist, but they don't do a ton. Then this leverage feels nice. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back to center, reach up the arms. Exhale, hands plant, step back to plank. Inhale and plank, shift forward. Exhale, drop the knees and lower. Inhale, cobra pose. This time, push through the floor, elbows stay bent, claw the mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. You can roll through plank or roll through child's pose. Inhale, lift your right leg up high. Exhale, right knee to right arm pit. Get it up high. Push the floor away. I want you to think about doing cat pose here. So you're pushing the floor, rounding the heart, chin to chest. Lift that leg up high. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring your right knee to your left arm, but keep your hips high. A lot of times this happens. Our butt weighs us down, and I see people here. Push, get those hips high. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose. Look forward, step the foot through. Drop your back knee down. Inhale, arms reach up. Exhale, make fists. Do that lat pull up. Feel that resistance. Engaging those back muscles. Take an inhale, push the floor away with your feet. Exhale, twist to the right. Good. Now bring your left elbow to hover over your right leg. It's okay if you move the arm. Hold. Take an inhale. And then exhale. Land the elbow down. Bring your palms together. Getting a bit of a deeper twist. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale, come back to center, reach up through the arms. Inhale. And then exhale, plant the palms, step back to plank. Inhale and plank, shift forward. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, cobra pose, or if you prefer locust, feel free to go for locust. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arm. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push through the floor, rise. Exhale, hands to heart. Good. Other side. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Exhale, fingertips down, step your left leg back, drop the left knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, make fist, do a pull up. Inhale, push through the floor. Feel like you're getting taller in the spine. Exhale, twist to the right, just using your core. Hold. Good. Bring your left elbow to your right knee. Hover it. Don't let it touch. Take an inhale. Exhale, land just the tip of the elbow down as you bring your palms together. So you're not bringing your tricep on the leg. You're just touching the elbow down. Take an inhale. Push through the palms. Maybe look behind you. And an exhale. Inhale, reach the arms back up. Exhale, hands plant. Step back to plank. Inhale, plank, strong belly, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. You can always drop your knees. I've dropped mine on every single one this round. Inhale, cobra pose. Elbows stay bent, ribs go up. Exhale, downward facing dog. In downward dog, inhale, your left leg up high. Exhale, left knee to left armpit. Lift those hips high. Get on the tippy toes of your back foot. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right arm. Keep those hips high. You don't have to touch the arm, but keep your hips up. Inhale, send it back. Exhale, knee to nose. Pause and look forward. Set your foot down between your hands. Drop your back knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, pull up. Inhale, push through the floor. Get strong in your lats. Get strong in your legs. Exhale, twist to the left as much as you can with your core. Good, ribs are in. Bring your right elbow to hover over that left knee. Hold. Exhale, let it touch. Hands come together. Good, take an inhale. Think about getting longer in the spine. Pull the heart forward. Exhale, twist. Good, one more breath. Ooh. Inhale, come back through center. Reach up through the arms. Exhale, hands plant, plank. Inhale and plank, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale, cobra, locust, whatever you want. Exhale, downward facing dog. From downward dog, inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands through prayer. And release your hands down by your side. Good. I'm going to grab a quick sip of water. All right. Feet hip width distance. Inhale. Bend your knees, sink your hips. Utkatasana chair. There's that shoulder flexion I was talking about. Good. Pinky fingers rotate in, belly in, sit low in those hips. Make sure you can see your toes. If you can't, shift your weight back a little bit more into that booty. And sink your hips really low, lower than you want to. Bring your hands to prayer. Take an inhale. Exhale, twist to the right as much as you can using just your core strength. It's not going to be a lot. That's okay. And then exhale, tap your elbow onto the thigh, twisted Utkatasana. Everyone's favorite pose. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist to the left. Good. Inhale. Exhale, tap the elbow on the arm. On the leg. Good. Take a breath in. Breath out. Inhale, back to center. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift, airplane those arms, palms down. Think about those external rotators of the arm working. Exhale, forward fold. Good, fingertips down, inhale. Exhale, bring the right foot back, high or low lunge, front knee over front ankle. If you want to drop the back knee, you may. Inhale, sweep those arms up, reach. Exhale, soften in. Bend that back knee if it's okay in your knee. If it bothers the front of the knee, go ahead and start to straighten the leg a little bit more. but keep your heel somewhere over the ball of the back foot. So if you're way back here, then I want you to widen your stance, especially if you're taking that longer or that straight back leg. For some reason, my right knee has been angry with me, so I've been letting my leg be a little bit straighter than I normally would. Good, belly in, strong core, ribs pull back, front ribs. You can even bring your fingers here. If you feel them popping forward, just give them a little press back, kind of like a dance move. Push them back. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, do your pull up. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, touch the elbow down, plant the bring the palms together. Good, take a breath in. Twist, exhale. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, hands plant, step back to plank. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, cobra pose. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your right leg. Exhale, right knee to right arm. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to left arm. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, step the foot through. High or low lunge, inhale. Exhale, pull up. Good, because I was talking on the other side, we'll take a couple breaths here. If you'd like to, you can bring your fingertips to your ribs, into your core. Give them a little push in. When you do that, you should feel that stretch in that left hip flexor and quad get even more intense. That's what we want. We get some length on the front of the body. Good. So we're in that lat pull-up position. Take an inhale, twist. Exhale, hook the elbow onto the thigh, palms together. Good. Inhale, find length, push through the hand. Exhale, twist. Good. Inhale, back to center, reach up through the arms. Exhale, hands plant, vinyasa. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Exhale, fold. Inhale, float up. Exhale, hands through prayer. All right, starting with the left leg first. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, sink in. Good, bring your hands to prayer. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left, hold, hook the elbow. Good, take an inhale. Breath out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, hook the elbow. Exhale, twist. Good, stay for the breath in. Twist, breath out. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, fold. Whew. Inhale, half lift, airplane arm. Strong spine. Exhale, fingertips down. Step your left leg back, high or low lunge. Inhale, arms sweep you up. Exhale, pull up. Good. Inhale, twist to the right. Exhale, hook the arm. Good. Take an inhale. Exhale. Inhale, back to center, reach up. Exhale, hands plant, vinyasa. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra, locust, up dog, whatever you want. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift your left leg up high. Exhale, left knee to left arm. Inhale, send it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to right arm, hips up high. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose, look forward, step the foot through. Inhale, high or low lunge. Exhale, pull up, sink the hips. Inhale, twist to the left. Exhale, hook. Good, stay for the breath in. And breath out. Inhale, back up to center, reach up. Exhale, hands plant. and flow. Remember, you can always skip these entirely or just modify like I am. Knees down, nice gentle cobra, and then rolling over the knees to downward facing dog. Good. On your inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hand through heart center. Beautiful. Inhale, reach out. And exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arm. Exhale, fingertips down. Step your left leg back first this time, so your front leg is in front. Drop your back knee. Bring your hands to your instep. And bring your right foot forward and to the right foot slightly pointed out to about a 45 degree. So here, your thigh is on the outside of your chest. You don't want to try and do a lunge with your knee here because it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be stuck. You want it to be a little bit more on the outside here. You generally have a lot more room to flex the leg when your femur bone isn't running into your hip joint because it's a little bit off center. Good. Couple breaths in our lizard. You can lower one forearm or both. I like to just lower one. Good. Inhale, come back up to the fingertips. Bring your left hand off to the left of your mat. Take an inhale. Reach your left arm up. Right arm up. Good. Into twisted low side angle pose. Good. Take an inhale. And then exhale, bend your back foot, reach back with your fingertips, bind your toes, your foot, whatever. You can use a strap here or a towel. Hug your shoulder blades back behind you, especially that left one, the one that's supporting you. And as much as you draw your leg in, I want you to kick your foot into your hand just a little bit. Good. Take a breath in. And exhale with control release. Bring the hands down. Good. Lift the hips. Send that right leg back. Downward dog. Inhale, bring your gaze forward. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, airplane arms. Exhale, fold. Bring your fingertips down. This time, step your right leg back. Drop your right knee down. Left foot forward into the left, so your ankle is in front of your knee or directly under your knee. Again, your leg is a little bit off to the side so that you have that space with the femur bone and the leg flexing. Couple breaths here. You can stay on the hands or again, lower to one forearm or two blocks, whatever. And for today, try not to let that knee open. Sometimes I'll cue, go ahead, let your knee fall open if it wants to today. Use those inner thigh muscles to keep that knee squeezing inwards rather than letting it flop over to the side. And I don't mean flop negatively. Sometimes it is nice to flop, but we're not flopping today. Good, walk your hands up. Use the strength, oh, yeah, that's right. Bring your right hand off to the side. Have your shoulder blade behind you to help your right shoulder with load bearing your body. Inhale, reach your left arm up and twist. Revolved low side angle lizard lunge fusion pose. Feels really good in the hip flexors. Take an inhale. And then exhale, make it feel even better in the hip flexor. Bend that back knee using your strength. Reach back with your fingers. Find your toes. Keep squeezing those shoulder blades back. Go ahead and often in this pose, exactly like I'm doing now, we squeeze our chin to our chest. Can you, let the head go back. Open the throat. Whew, does it feel good? I don't mean drop the head back and let the cervical spine just totally collapse, but it can feel really nice to just get your ears in line with your shoulder. Good, take a breath in. And then exhale, bring those palms down, find plank. And then downward facing dog. Good, since we did a bit of a slower warm up today, we're gonna do like a little bit of a different split with our time. So we have just a teensy bit more to do, then we're gonna head to side crow and then our restorative portion. Inhale, bring your gaze forward, bend the knees. Exhale, step, walk, or hop. Inhale, halfway lift, strong spine, airplane arms, palms roll down. Feel your elbows move down towards the floor. Exhale, fold. Inhale, push the floor away as you sweep up. Exhale, hands to the heart. Good. Turn to one side of your mat, doesn't matter which. Bring your stance nice and wide. Feet are parallel, hands to hips. Put a little bend in the knees. Take an inhale. Then exhale, forward fold. Down we go. Good. Palms down to the floor. Just take a moment and just enjoy the absolute divine sensation of this pose. I don't know if I just hold a lot of tension in my neck, but as soon as I get into this pose, I feel like I'm in an aerial hammock. Like my neck just totally decompresses, and I could spend all day here. Then on your next inhale, sorry to ruin it for you, bring your fingertips forward, halfway lift. So your hands are directly under your shoulders. Bring your left hand more towards the center of your mat. Bring your right hand to your pelvis, to your low back, palm face up. Squeeze your shoulder blade behind you. Then I want you to feel the difference here. Inhale, push the floor away and twist to the right, but don't let your pelvis move. Keep your pelvis still. You're just twisting the ribs. You don't go very far, and your pelvis is fixed. Good. Now, allow your pelvis to move with you. Allow your left hip to go down, right hip to go up. Don't worry about it. Just twist, twist, twist. Let it feel good. And just notice if one felt better or not is better for you. For people with SI joint issues or low back issues, letting the pelvis travel with them and their twist can feel a lot better. Good. Maybe reach that right arm up. Take a breath in. Move the chin away from the chest. Exhale. Lower down. Other side, bring your right hand underneath your face, left hand to your low back. Hug your left shoulder blade behind you. Again, keep your pelvis fixed. Don't move it. Inhale. Exhale, twist to the left. You won't go very far. That's okay. Good. Now, let your pelvis go with you. Let your right hip dip. Let your left hip lift. Turn and twist. Maybe reach that top arm up. For me, I feel this heavily in my right inner thigh when I move the pelvis. So I like it because it gives me that little extra stretch. Again, chin away from the chest. Take a breath in. And exhale. Release. Then inhale, halfway lift. Bend your knees. Hands to hips. Push through the floor. Rise up. And then bring your feet together. All right. Coming to crow pose. Let's just make this easy for Parsavakasana and just come to a squat. So you're on your toes. So for me, earpods falling out. So I am facing the long edge of my mat because I'm demoing to you, but you can face the front of your mat or whichever direction the computer is. What's important is where your fingers are in relation to your toes for this pose. Now it's important to remember that we didn't have a full 60 minutes of prepping to this pose, which is totally fine. So if this pose just doesn't seem like it's happening for you today, remember the peak pose of the class is like the cherry on top of a sundae. It's nice to have, but it's not necessary. You still have this entire sundae to eat. This is just a little extra fun, a little extra play and challenge. And it gives us an intention for the practice. A reason to practice is to build to this pose. So we're going to do side crow on the right first. And because of time, I'm not going to go into all the details of why we're doing it this way, but it's harder this way, but it's stronger this way. So take your left arm and bring it to the outside of your right leg and plant it down. So you're not like this, you're like this. Fingertips and toes are pointing in the same direction. Hands are shoulder width distance apart, and you're in a squat position. Then what you're going to do is you're going to push through the toes, straighten the legs a little bit like you're lifting the hips. And then you're going to set your thigh onto your left arm. But what's important is you got to bend your arms. You got to redistribute your weight. If you try and lift your legs while you're still weight bearing on your legs, I don't have to tell you that you're not going to be able to lift your legs because your body weight is going to be on them. So in order to lift your legs, you've got to move all your body weight onto your arms, okay? So you're lifting the hips, you lower your legs onto your arms, and you bend the arms. Bend, 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 face towards the floor. And then pull in your belly. Use your rotator muscles to lift your toes. Maybe you lift them even higher. Good. Your body should not be touching your right arm. All your body weight should be on that left arm. Good. Maybe as you stay here, you push the floor, lift the heart. Bring your gaze forward, kind of like you're doing cow pose. Take an inhale, and then exhale, toes down. And if none of that happens, wipe the slate clean. Let's try again on the left side. Good, just like your twist, it's good to twist on the exhale. So take an inhale. Exhale, bring your right hand to the outside of the left leg. Good, belly is in. Hands shoulder width distance apart. Think about chaturanga arms. You have got to bend those elbows. And then give the mat a claw with your fingers so your fingernails turn white. Lift the hips. The hair's in my mouth. Lift your hips. Bend your arms as you set your legs on that right arm. Lean forward, bend the arms, and then lift the toes. Maybe lift them higher, higher, higher. Whew, really engage those twisting muscles, and then maybe push through the floor, pull the heart forward even more. And then lower down. Nice. If you're having a breakthrough, keep going, keep practicing, keep playing. The rest of us, let's turn back to the front of our mat. Drop the knees down, tuck the toes. Bring your palms up, wrists forward, a little wrist stretch, a little release. Good, and switch, bring your palms down. Arm balances are fun because they require strength and they bring a lot of play and a lot of kind of childlike energy to your practice. Go ahead and release, circle the wrists. It's important to bring that to our practice. We can get really serious a lot of the time. And arm balances are, for me and my practice, when I first started as a yogi in like 2011, arm balances were what kept me really excited about yoga because I just thought they were so fun and they were so cool. And it was just like, I never would have thought I could do anything like that. Let's find pigeon pose. Get there any way you want. Down dog, tabletop. But when you bring your knee to the wrist, pivot the shin using just the strength and then lower the shin down. So even if you can bring your leg really high, but you have to use your hand to get it there, don't bring it there then. Use your muscular strength and then set it down. Good. And let's take a couple breaths here. And a nice humble pigeon. Maybe resting the head on a block, supporting that right hip. Oh yeah, so my point about arm balances was keep practicing them. If they don't come today, and if they don't come tomorrow, they might come the next day or the next day. And arm balances, they are about strength, but they're a lot about weight distribution. They're a lot about trust and letting go of fear. And that moment when you feel it click, it's like magic. It's something, there's something very magical, something very exciting about doing what you thought was possible or impossible. That's what I think is so amazing about yoga, is just all the time we are doing things that other people perceive as impossible, and then over time we work towards doing things that we ourselves thought was impossible for us. I can't even tell you how impossible I thought back bends were when I first started yoga. Oh my gosh. And now I have people telling me all the time, like, you must have been a dancer. You're so flexible. Your back bends are so deep. No, it takes a lot of work to get there. It takes a lot of consistent practice. So once you start doing something that has felt impossible, it's so liberating. So on your next inhale, walk your hands up. Tuck your back toes. Send that right leg up and back, either to a down dog, or if you're sore and tired like me, just a tabletop works. Other side, bring your left leg forward. Again, use the strength of your outer hips to rotate the femur and rotate the shin and lower it down. Something that's also important to remember is maybe arm balances or back bends aren't your goals. Not every yogi does yoga to advance. Their goal isn't necessarily to advance in yoga. They do it for other reasons maybe, which is cool too. But goals come in all shapes and sizes. Intentions come in all shapes and sizes. And being able to just move my arms more has been a goal that I have had and didn't even really know I had. I just thought it was my body. I thought I was just limited in that direction. And finding that freedom in my shoulder this last week and a half, like, brought tears to my eyes. I just couldn't believe it, that I could unlock that. And that's why we set intentions for our practice. Big or small, day to day or long term, intentions help not only motivate us, but they give us that really big boost when we accomplish them. Good. On your next breath in, lift the head, walk the hands up. Circle out that left leg in three-legged dog or tabletop. So let's come onto our backs. Take a block with you. Well, we did a lot of twisting today. Normally, I would end the class with twisting. But today we're going to head into supported bridge. So feet underneath the knees. Lift your hips and slide your block or your book or your stack of pillows, anything you have that you can put underneath your sacrum and get a nice, gentle, supported back bend. And you can bring your arms down, you can cactus them. We did a lot of cactusing and flexion today. Sometimes it feels good just to rest your hands on the hip point. And just let the eyes close. Don't hold anything. If your legs kind of want to fall out to the side a little, go ahead and let them. Soften the space between your brows, your jaw. Let go of any holding in your spine or in your hips. Okay, we're going to take just about 5 more breaths here if you'd like to. If you're using something firm, and you have the support to lift the legs, you're welcome to, of course, lift the legs or bend the knees into your chest. And slowly begin to lower down. Remembering this is your practice, you could always press mute and no one will know and hang out here a little longer. Once the feet have lowered, lift the heels, push down through the toes to lift the hips, and remove your block. Draw the knees into your chest, come into happy baby pose. I like hands to the inside of the heels. That allows my legs to go a bit wider. Again, kind of getting that femur bone out of the way of the pelvis. If you like hands on the outside, then there's nothing wrong with that either. And we'll spend about 8 breaths here or so, just unwinding and letting go of the physical effort of our asana practice. If there's any other postures you're just really craving that we didn't get to today, you're welcome to head there. And then we'll meet with our legs pulling into our chest, arms wrap around your shin bones. Give yourself a nice tight squeeze. Take an inhale. Curl yourself into a ball, hold that breath and hug yourself like you're hugging the person you love most in the whole wide world. Send that love straight back to yourself as you exhale and release. Setting up for your Shavasana pose. If you have that foam roller, it can be nice to bring it underneath the knees for a little support in the legs. Get yourself nice and comfortable. Take up some space. And let's finish this practice the same way we began, with a deep breath. Take a big inhale. And sigh it out. Enjoy your rest, and I will wake you when it is time. without moving, just bring your awareness into your toes, to your ankles, your legs, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your back, your shoulders, your elbows, your wrists, fingers, your neck, your jaw, your eyes and your eyebrows, and the crown of your head. Feeling what it feels like to be in your body. Savoring the sensation of being tuned in and integrated. Feeling whole. Feeling like one. Feeling this union of yoga, where mind and body have re-met each other. They've conjoined. Take a deep breath in through your nose as you stretch your arms up and overhead. And on your exhale, roll over to your favorite side and pause there for a moment. Noticing what shifts have occurred mentally, spiritually, energetically, physically. As you think of one single thing you feel especially grateful for today. And then once you've given thanks, gently make your way up to a comfortable seat with the eyes closed. Bringing your palms together, your heart center, bowing your head towards your fingertips. Once again, noticing how this posture feels different from the seated position we started class with. Thanking yourself for making it to your mat, for putting in the work so that this shift may occur. Come back to that intention you set. And then let's seal in this practice with one final breath as a virtual group. Take an inhale. And sigh it out. Bring your thumbs to your third eye. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. Namaste. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining me. So good to